One of the prejudices is that Wilhelmsburg is not a very safe place to live in. Our first impression was that it is a nice district with a lively multicultural community.
In the next report, we talked to local policemen if there really is a problem of security.
Wilhelmsburg is poor, dangerous, and there's a problem with immigrants. It's said that many people in Hamburg have this perception and that Wilhelmsburg suffers from prejudices. But what do people really think about Wilhelmsburg? We have decided to ask for some opinions in the city center of Hamburg.
Wilhelmsburg is a good area, I think.
It's supposed to become very beautiful. The last time I passed it, it really changed. But before that, I was happy that I could live again.
I think Wilhelmsburg is a region that is expanding. Not very popular. Used to be not very popular, but I think it's getting better because the infrastructures are getting better. But in general, I think it's an island here in Hamburg, more or less. So, in general, it should be a nice region here.
I think it's getting an area which is kind of rising up as well, because there are all those creative people, you know, who live from arts and they can't afford to pay the rent, so they go there.
It is a very interesting island, and it has very beautiful parts. There's a lot of nature, but there are also some social problems in Wilhelmsburg. There are some quarters where people live who are not very rich.
A lot of not German people live there. I think some of the people don't like it very much.
At first, people said many bad things about the city because there were too many immigrants. But now they say that they want to change the area to a more beautiful one.
Now let's move to Wilhelmsburg. How do people feel in their own district and what do they think about security?
We moved here when I was 8 and it's very nice. I always walk for walks and I'm not afraid, not at all. The feeling is good at the moment, but I don't know Wilhelmsburg very well yet.
We have many non-Germans, and because of burglaries that have increased in Wilhelmsburg, I don't feel safe anymore.
Well, I'm not worried, not at all. Sometimes I think that I'm not in Wilhelmsburg any longer, but in some southern city. But apart from that, I feel really great here. I feel safe here.
The institution that is working in order to increase the feeling of security is the local police. To find out more about security in Wilhelmsburg, we spoke to Gerd Stelter, who is one of the district police officers. As a district police officer, his work is concerned about keeping close contact with the inhabitants of Reiherstiegviertel and in being present in social hotspots. Mr. Stelter is based in Wilhelmsburg since 32 years, knows the neighborhood very well and enjoys his job.
I feel very well as a police officer in Wilhelmsburg because it's a very interesting, multicultural part of Hamburg. And I would not be a police officer here since more than 30 years if I wouldn't feel safe here.
As we've seen, people from the other parts of Hamburg seem to have a more differentiated view about Wilhelmsburg these days. However, Gerd Stelter still feels that prejudices against Wilhelmsburg exist.
Es gibt große Vorurteile und Vorbehalte gegen Wilhelmsburg.
There are big prejudices against Wilhelmsburg. The reason for that happened years ago. Already 100 years ago, people immigrated to Germany, especially to Wilhelmsburg. We had many immigrants from Eastern Europe, mostly Polish, who immigrated to Wilhelmsburg. That happened again during the 50s because of the economic growth, and many immigrants from Southeastern Europe and Southern Europe, Italy, Turkey, especially came to Wilhelmsburg. And many Germans feel uncomfortable and left Wilhelmsburg.
Speziell auch nach Wilhelmsburg eingewandert sind, wo sich offensichtlich auch viele Deutsche auch unwohl fühlten und hier aus Wilhelmsburg weggezogen sind.
Contrary to the perception one may get from German media, Mr. Stelter perceives crime in Wilhelmsburg not different than crime in other parts of Hamburg.
Da unterscheidet sich.
We, as district police officers, are not only there in order to prosecute criminal offenses, but to build trust, especially concerning the immigrants from Southeastern Europe. We are hoping for
In Wilhelmsburg, aber auch in anderen Stadtteilen.
Compared to St. Pauli, much less criminal offenses happen in Wilhelmsburg. According to statistics from the Polizeiliche Kriminalstatistik 2013, there were approximately 20,500 registered crimes in St. Pauli last year, while in Wilhelmsburg the number was approximately 7,000.
Wo es gehäuft
Criminal assaults happen more in certain streets of our district than in others, but that's exactly the same in the other districts. If you compare it to St. Pauli, Reeperbahn, Groß auf Sicherheit, that's also an area where many cases of criminal assaults happen.
One of Gerd Stelter's main objectives as a district police officer is building trust in the community to make Wilhelmsburg an even safer area.
Wir als Stadtteil Polizisten sind ja nicht nur dazu da, Straftaten zu verfolgen, sondern eben auch Vertrauen zu schaffen. Und gerade Vertrauen.
We, as district police officers, are not only there in order to prosecute criminal offenses, but to build trust, especially concerning the immigrants from Southeastern Europe. We are hoping for more trust from the Southern Europeans. It is growing, but it needs time. It's our wish that they trust us more, which they might not know from their home countries, where many police officers might be corrupt. In Germany, this is almost impossible. To show this and to explain that they can trust us if they are exploited on the labor market or when they have other problems is a primary goal of our work.
Und dieses eben zu zeigen und eben verständlich machen, dass sie sich uns anvertrauen können, wenn sie ausgebeutet werden auf dem Arbeitsmarkt oder wenn sie Probleme haben, wenn sie Opfer von Straftaten geworden sind. Das ist auch ein vorrangiges Ziel unserer Arbeit.
After all, Wilhelmsburg is neither safer nor less safe than the other parts of Hamburg. However, the perception of the dangerous Wilhelmsburg is still stuck in the mind of both people from other districts and from Wilhelmsburg itself, mainly because of the high percentage of immigrants who live in the area. To change this mindset, the district police officers, citizens' initiatives and discussion groups connect people from all parts of the society. As an international work camp with students from 6 countries working together on this magazine, we hope that there will be less mistrust between the different cultural groups in the future.
During the 2 weeks, we had a lot of interesting experiences here in Wilhelmsburg.
We spent good times and we hope that you have a better overview of the district after the reports.
So, thanks for watching.
And have a nice day.
Buona giornata!
Que tingueu un bon dia.
Sillat plital. Passez une bonne journée.
Ouais.
좋은 하루 보내. Habt einen schönen Tag.